So hey there, beautiful people. It is so good to have you here. So this is part 2 of a 2-part series, What I Eat in a Day. And you're going to be stepping into my life and we're going to cover lunch and dinner today. But it's really not about me. It is about you and what you could do for perhaps these meals and just tips and inspiration and ideas that could benefit you. So if you're ready, come along with me. So hey there, this is Lindy Ford, registered dietitian, clinical and licensed nutritionist and nutrition detective. So this channel is all about you and inspiring you by revealing the truth about health and nutrition that leads you to greater freedom physically, emotionally, and yes, even spiritually. So I hope that you subscribe, like this video if you do. Also hit that bell and you will get notifications of new videos. Also, I just wanted to let you know that I do counsel people all over this country through video conferencing. It's a very, very easy process and you get the same amount of care as if you were sitting in my office. So email me at that email that I'm showing you now. If you do want more information, I'll shoot information about my practice. And also remember that just last year, Emerson Ecologics, which is the largest online dispensary of really high quality nutritional products that you would get in a health food store, opened my dispensary up to my YouTube followers for 20% off, which is a great deal. And I will link that link here as well as below. So again, this is all about my day, but it's really about how to inspire you to have a better day and to give you ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Today we're gonna cover lunch and dinner, and just stick with me because this is part 2 of what I eat in a day. So hey there, it's about 12:40 in the afternoon and I was at my other office this morning. So that's kind of what I do in the mornings. I am at my other office and about 2 days a week I come back to my home office and I actually do paperwork and I see people from all over the country through video conferencing. But I have to keep this real. About 3 days out of the week, I am at the Whole Foods hot food bar because it is 4 minutes, and sometimes on a good day, 3.5 minutes from my office. And it's just so easy, guys. And I know it's clean food, and I know I just can do it blindfolded. And I love, love, love Whole Foods hot food bar. But if I am at the home office, this is a typical, really, really typical lunch. I have done other lunch videos, but this one is, and I do different things, but this is probably very, very typical of me. And I cheat, okay? It's okay to cheat, it really is. I start out with a base of a whole food salad, just because this has got probably 10 to 12 different chopped up vegetables, and I actually even put some strawberries on the top here. I don't like chopping vegetables, guys. It just really saves me time. I could get probably about 3 different salads out of this. So I just put it in the bowl. Sometimes what I do is I add a little bit. Love this. I mean, I just love this. I'm over the moon about this Trader Joe's organic shredded green and red cabbage. You could probably, if you don't have a Trader Joe's, it's okay. You could probably get something like this. It's like a coleslaw mix, for crying out loud. I do make coleslaw out of it sometimes, but I use it quite extensively in my salads. I just like to up that nutritional value. I love cabbage, want to do that in my salads. And a lot of times, just to give me more greens in my day, I will use the power of the greens. Now, again, you can get something like this that has like a kale, charred spinach mix, baby mix at any grocery store. So you don't need to go to Trader Joe's to get this, okay? So I just put that with this salad, and I almost always, this is my little guilty pleasure here, is the blueberry vanilla goat cheese. Okay, you don't need to do this. This is an acquired taste. Some of you probably don't even know what goat cheese tastes like. I actually really love this a lot. But here's what I do. Because the blueberries actually have a little bit of sugar in them, I scrape some of them off before I cut it up. Okay, so I'm not getting so much of that sugar, but I do like a little bit of sweet with that savory. I love that. So I will put a little bit of that on the top. Then, I don't know if you've heard about baby avocados. I just think it's the best invention. It's not an invention. It's the best idea. And I've only seen them in the last year, but you can get them in almost any grocery store, and not every grocery store, but some. And they're just the little avocados where you're not wasting. You know how when you put an avocado in the refrigerator, like the day after, it's really nasty and you really can't use it, and so you have wasted your money. These you won't waste. And so I put a little avocado on the top, and then along with this is my new favorite thing that I am doing. I just love this. These are the siete wraps, okay? I did get these at Whole Foods, check. You probably can get them at your health food store. You cannot get these online yet, I don't think. If you can, link that, or not link, but just tell me that below, comment below. And I love these sietes. They have almond flour, they have cashew flour, they have chickpea. What I love about them is they're not no carb, but they're lower in carb, no grains, okay? So what I do is I heat them up, and I'll show you what I do with them in just a minute. And then right now I am using Chosen Foods lemon garlic. I have a salad dressing video. I use all those different salad dressings that I mentioned on that video. So I just switch it up because I get bored very easily. And with the siete, I make myself a little, sometimes you just need the comfort food thing. I usually just have one of the wraps, and I use some type of Primal Kitchen or sometimes Sir Kensington mayonnaise, the avocado oil. Right today I'm gonna use the chipotle lime mayo just because it's kind of sexy. And then I like to have just a little tiny bit of, this is an Irish pasture cheese, and sometimes I just like a little bit, like maybe 2 ounces, not very much cheese. I don't eat a lot of that. So I'm gonna show you how to make it all. All right, so let's talk about snacks. I don't snack very much. I just feel like it is not as good for my health, and I don't want to create a lot of insulin surges throughout the day, so I'm trying not to, but sometimes I just need a little something. You know what I mean? Just a little something. And so I will always grab a Garden of Life Raw Fit for Weight Loss bar. Now, if you don't need weight loss, they do have a performance bar. I did a video on that. You can watch the whole video about why I like this bar so much. But in the afternoon, this has become my new thing, and I love it, and it doesn't mess my sleep up at all, not one bit. And that is just to have another one of Lindy's Bulletproof, or whatever you want to call it, coffee with the MCT and all of the good fats in it, because it just helps me get through that afternoon. I don't get any slumps anymore. I used to slump in the afternoon, but I don't anymore. But it just kind of just gives me a little treat in the afternoon. So I have another cup of coffee. Yes, I do. And I do it exactly the same way as breakfast. So y'all, I don't love to cook. I really don't. I cook just because I do like to eat, but I also like to feed my family good food. So I cook about 4 to 5 nights a week, not every single night. This is so typical. The meal that I'm showing you is so typical. And when people tell me that they don't have time to eat healthy food, I have to say, you know what, you really do have the time, because this probably will not take me longer than 20 minutes. In the afternoons, a lot of times I am working at the home office, so I can put this in pretty early, like around 3:30. We do eat early. My husband doesn't eat during the day. He intermittent fasts all day long. He doesn't eat, so he only eats that one meal, sometimes 2. But also, I'm trying to eat earlier and earlier just because I'm doing a little intermittent fasting myself, and you can watch that video. But what I want to say to you is, this is so typical for me to go, and if there's a sale on organic chicken, and this is especially a really good chicken. I got this at Whole Foods. You don't have to buy it at Whole Foods, but it's the air chilled. You're gonna get more bang for your buck. You're gonna get less water. This is just a type of a process where they put it through many different air chillers, and it takes, the moisture isn't there, so you don't get that weight of the moisture, and it's a fresher, it's a better tasting chicken. It tastes more like a fresh chicken. If these go on sale, which these did, they were like 40% off, I will buy 6 of them and put them in the freezer and just defrost them the night before, and they're so easy. I literally put them in a pan, I put butter over them, spices, put an onion inside, and I put it in the oven, and that's all I do. And baked chicken is a favorite of everyone's. The other things that we're gonna be having is something that I do all the time is just steamed broccoli with some grass-fed butter. And then the other thing would be like a cauliflower stir fry. Easy peasy with frozen vegetables, guys. Frozen organic vegetables make life so easy. So you don't have to be cutting everything up. You can use fresh if you want, and that's perfectly fine. But just remember that sometimes frozen is actually even better for you than fresh, because it gets picked at its peak and flash frozen, and it's not shipped across country. So if you have fresh, like from a farmer's market or from your garden, that's going to be your best bet, but frozen is always acceptable. So I'm going to show you the rest of what I'm cooking tonight. So my chicken is done, and I will do a cauliflower stir fry, which is so easy if you start with this organic cauliflower. It's actually frozen, just cauliflower, that's all it is. You can get the cauliflower rice in the produce section as well. I get this from Trader Joe's, but I know other places have it. And so I just always use avocado oil. I don't use olive oil at all because it doesn't have a high smoke point. I use avocado oil, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of it in my pan. And I also love this. I know many of you know about this, but these are already peeled garlic. Anything to make my life easier, I'm all about it, okay? So I love these already peeled garlics, and you could just use them, use them, you mince them in one of the garlic presses, and it's done for you. So make your life easier. And then I'm going to show you, the other things would be the tamari soy sauce. I only use organic tamari, which is a gluten-free soy sauce. Tastes the same, but it just doesn't have that gluten in it, which is great. And a little bit of sesame oil, an egg, and I have some already chopped up a little bit carrot, and I love green onions, so I'm gonna put green onions in it as well. So I'm just gonna get cooking. Okay, so Piper is home from school, and our dad is out on a motorcycle ride with his friend Adam, and his wife asked me if we wanted to go with them to have a dinner on the beach. And what do you think about that?
Yes, yes,
really?
yes.
You really want to go?
Yes,
you sure?
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
all right.
Yes.
Okay, so Piper really wants to do that. So I'm just putting the whole meal that I just made, I'm putting that in this, and I'm actually going to slice up some watermelon. And I just want to say something very quickly. I know this sounds really crazy, but you know, once you're a carboholic, always a carboholic. And sometimes I just want something sweet, you know, just something sweet after dinner. I don't know, I think it's like cigarette smoking. You just want a cigarette after dinner. But what I do is I just do a little bit of this whipped cream. The Cabot is so good because it's pasture raised, really good, tastes amazing. And that just kind of does it for me. So that's my dessert. I just want to be honest. And you like it too?
Yeah.
Oh, Piper likes it too. So I just want to let you know, I just squirt it right in her mouth. So you want to do that real quick?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that real quick.
Cream.
You like whipped cream? Okay, let's just squirt that right in your mouth. Okay, there we go. It's not dessert time. Anyway, kids will always eat whipped cream. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna take this and go right on the beach, and it should be a good evening. It's beautiful. It's high 80s here today. So I hope that what I eat in a day, part 2, was helpful for you. Just remember, a big takeaway is to make sure that half of that plate are low sugar vegetables. And if you don't know what those are, I'll link below, and you can watch a video about that. So thank you so much again for watching, and just make sure that you subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm posting constantly things that are going to help you and make your life easier and helpful. And just remember that every single person deserves the freedom to live their best life. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.